Everybody, it's RevReport that is right here coming to you from Newtown Congregational Church. We're at the lower church entrance, the double glass doors. Got a lot of ministry that actually happens here right outside our doors, trying to keep everybody safe, but also find ways to make sure that people are getting different kinds of support and encouragement. And so I thought I'd give you a little tour right now. And so let's take a look a little closer at some of the stuff that happens right here, ministry that's happening on the behalf of all of us, and that you can continue to support. All right, so on this side of the double doors, we have kind of our paper station. We have dovetails, printed copies of dovetails that are available, the latest edition with all kinds of information in there about what's happening in the church and about the ways in which you can make a difference as we continue to serve this community of Newtown and the wider world. We also have pledge cards here, printed out pledge cards. There's information about pledging in your newsletter as well, and you'll be getting more emails about how you can pledge and help us to know what kind of support the church can expect in the coming months and the coming year, and different ways for you to indicate that, because we know different people are not quite sure what the future looks like. So there's that information there, and then most of what's over here are puzzles. Lots and lots of puzzles. We know that some people are getting a little bit tired of being cooped up, and that puzzles are a way to pass the time for some of us. And there's puzzles available for people all skills and abilities and ages. And also, if you have puzzles yourself, you've done some puzzles, you want to bring them and exchange them, you can do that here. We ask that you wipe them down, make sure that they're been sanitized, and you can bring them there and then take a puzzle with you. We'll kind of keep doing the exchange then to kind of help people pass the time a little bit in the midst of this time of sheltering. So that's this side. Now let's head on over to the other side, see what's. So on this side of the entrance to the doors here, we have Hospitality Hall, converted from what it was indoor to outdoor, so that we still make food available to members of our community. This is sort of an emergency station for folks to be able to grab, enough to help them with a meal or two as they're facing maybe a challenge or two. And so we're still collecting items. We got a collection bin over here. If you can still drop off items, that would be terrific. And folks can come and collect different things that we have available for them. We're also going to be doing some other collections. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes, but just so you can see, stuff is still happening here. Even though most people aren't using the building inside, the building still serves as a source for helping us to connect and serve one another.
Right now, we're supporting Mothers United Against Violence as they support their community in Hartford. Mothers United Against Violence works with families who have been affected by violence, many of whom have lost loved ones. During this particularly vulnerable time, they are in need of precious supplies to help support those families and encourage them, especially as many of those families are not only facing grief, but now loss of income and other support. By giving various supplies and donating to the cause, you can help us help Mothers United in this important ministry. They need hygiene items, household items, family household items, first aid supplies, educational supplies, circle of compassion tools like material for quilting and knitting and crocheting, as well as food resources. Please look at all of our email information and see how you might be able to support them. You can always give a donation. Just make sure that you designate it towards our cause of supporting Mothers United Against Violence and their work in Hartford, Connecticut. Thanks so much.